Hey everyone, welcome to the Breaking It Downs podcast. I am your host. Why are you laughing at me?
I'm not. I will if you want me to. I hope I will during the course of your picks, but carry on.
Why? Julie Downs, joined by my husband and co-host Greg, and you're in for a treat this podcast. I can already tell we're gonna go off the rails just a little bit, and by off the rails, I mean probably me. Anyway, I'm gonna start off by patting myself on the back a little bit, Greg. Not only for my Pats win, play on words there, but also I dead on picked the outcome of the Bills Dolphins game from last night. I called Bills winning by 10 points, and what was the score? I believe it was 31-21.
Yeah, on a good note, I actually contacted the monument store that they're actually going to build a monument, like right in the middle of Boston for you. I know it's
Thank you so much.
okay. Yeah, yeah. You're the next Bill Mazer. What did I say? Actually, let me give a quick allude to a famous call. So Thomas Blanco out there. I got to add this. This was a famous moment in TV history. Bill Mazer had a live call in, and this guy, I can't say the words, but he did call and say, Bill, I just want to let you know that I would like to have relations with your wife on live TV, and he didn't word it that way. Tommy White picked up the phone and called me. We're like, there's no way we just heard that live TV. We're like 12 years old. Anyhow, you're the next Bill Mazer. I hope no one calls you about that. But anyway, carry on. Buffalo did what they had to do. Let's get back to business.
And he thinks I'm the one that goes off on these
Wow.
random tangents that no one understands.
Oh,
Okay.
oh, Thomas Blanco will. But Buffalo did what they had to do. Let's get back to the game quickly. Miami, they did play. They played hard. This just has the feel of a sinking ship all the way around. They had the game tied. They were going to get the ball back. I believe it was early fourth quarter. They force a punt, roughing the kicker penalty. Huge. Of course, Buffalo comes down and scores. They still had a shot to tie again late. Tua threw a pick inside about the Bills 30, end of the game. Mike McCarthy he's teetering on joining the JTS of the coaching ranks. It's not looking good for Miami. So good game, but yep, that's what happened.
All right, well, making you slightly relevant and referencing Bill Mazer, let's get on to this weekend's affairs there. Greg, you see what I did? Try to make you relevant.
I
Let's start with the 1 o'clock block in the dog pound. Green Bay, 7.5 point favorites visiting the Cleveland Browns.
so we'll start with Cleveland. They actually had a solid first six quarter of the season. Basically, Cincy, the kicker cost them. They should have beat Cincy week one. They looked very good even in the first half. They said that they would shut down. I think it was the safety. Grant Delpin said they'd shut down Derrick Henry. They kind of did for the day, but they didn't shut down Lamar. 4 touchdowns. They rolled in the second half. But I think the Browns actually, the Ravens going to do that to a lot of people. Green Bay, two huge wins to start the season. Extra rest. They won on Thursday night. Game would seemingly be a mismatch in Cleveland. What are your thoughts? What do we got?
I got the Browns covering and Green Bay winning.
Yeah, I'm with you. No team covers every game, and Green Bay has looked the cream of the crop in the NFC to me so far. But I think Cleveland does have pieces, especially on defense, some young offensive players. I think Cleveland makes it interesting, covers that spread. I'm with you. I agree.
Okay. Well, to the Music City we stroll. The Danny Dimes Colts are 4.5 point favorites at Tennessee.
Yeah, kind of an amazing story. And as much as we laugh about the G-men giving up Danny Dimes, they still haven't punted yet 2 games, which it's honestly,
It's
if you
amazing.
watch the G-men offense the last few years, I mean, we'd punt
He just didn't
37.
like you.
Apparently not. I like Danny. They scored. Really cool note that they scored in their first 10 possessions of the entire season. That's unheard of. Tennessee on the other hand, so two great wins, thrilling win over Denver. Tennessee, kind of what you expect. It's a rebuilding team.
Yep.
They're not going to be anywhere near playoff contention. Cam Ward, the rookie QB, the number one pick, has shown flashes. He's going to struggle at times. When he's had time, he's made plays. The talent is apparent. That's where we're at.
I'm putting my dimes on Danny Dimes. Give me the cover and win Colts.
On paper, this looks all indie, but I remind myself this is a division game. It's still the NFL. I think Tennessee, Cam Ward makes enough plays. They keep it interesting and he wins. Tennessee covers.
Heading to Minneapolis, where we hoped to see Conrad Fisher. I hoped to see Conrad Fisher. He's not going to be there. Maybe Maddie Chalmers wanted to see JJ McCarthy. We won't see either. As the Vikings, they are 2.5-point favorites at home versus Cincinnati.
Well, Julie said we would probably go off the rails, so we have. So you know what? You're going to do it. I'm going to do it. Speaking of Fisher, Price, Connor, what the heck's this guy's name? Who cares? Number one, but because you brought this guy up so much, I need to go to Fisher's with Kefs to watch this game and see whose nails are shucking oysters and whose are well manicured.
Not mine.
If you know what I mean. So, Jake Browning, true story, took over at QB for Conrad, Joe Burrow. Nice job last week. And actually in the past, he's been a proficient backup. They had a nice comeback win over Jacksonville. Minnesota
Joe Burrow.
Without JJ, Carson Wentz at QB. That's what you're at. Battle of backups.
Ugh, I'm not liking the battle of the backups. I picked the Vikings last week. They did me dirty. They did me wrong. So I am going against them. I am picking Cincinnati all the way, cover win.
This is a tough one. I'm going to go with you. It's just this for me. This will be Carson Wentz's first game with Minnesota. Interesting stat we said the other day, 6 different starts with 6 different teams. I just think since he's more prepared in the first game for Browning to do the job because he's done it before, give me the Bengals upset win.
All right. Well, you mentioned going to Fisher's with Kefs. Maybe Kefs will come up this way with his Steelers. They are visiting my New England Patriots this weekend, and the Pats, Kefs, they're 1.5-point favorites over your visiting Steelers.
Man, this is Kefs versus Deb Watson here, huh? It's a true love squabble. Well, this is.
I don't want a Permanente sandwich.
Okay, well, we'll quickly touch on the Pats here. Drake May looked excellent last year, 19-23 last week, 19-23. Great game, as best as a pro so far. Only caveat, they did against Miami, Miami's not looked good against anyone, especially on the still have some issues. Christian Gonzalez, they're probably their best defense, but definitely the secondary. He may be out again. Steelers, disappointing loss for Seattle. Quick note, an inexplicable mistake on a kickoff. So they were receiving the kickoff.
Okay.
Got confused by the new rules. They let the ball sit there, which you still have to return the ball or down it or whatever. Seattle just ran down, smartly picked it up, touchdown just like that. So disappointing loss. D is severely banged up for Pittsburgh. They're missing 4 or 5 starters. That's what you're looking at for Pittsburgh.
And I'm looking at the winning team on my shirt. Give me my New England Patriots and a cover and a win.
I don't want to buy too much into the recency effect of last week. New England easily could have lost that game to Miami. It's not a cut on the Pats. May did look very good. I don't think Pitt's going to roll over. Give me T.J. Watt to make a play or two. Pittsburgh, Permanentes, they eat up the Pats. Win.
Well, you're certainly not showing me any love as we head to the city of brotherly love.
Good one.
The Eagles are 3.5-point favorites over the LA Rams.
So, rematch of last year's, I believe, the divisional round. Awesome playoff game. The Rams were inside. I believe the 10 had a chance to beat Philly. We don't talk about this Philly run if they make 1 or 2 more plays. Philly keeps rolling. Obviously, a big win in KC, 2-0. Rams as well. Their D is young, fierce. Their front 7, you can make an argument, is good in the league. Should be a good game.
I think it's going to be a close one. I think the Rams cover and the Eagles win.
I'm definitely with you on the Rams winning. I'm not even trying to go anti-Philly. I don't see Philly going 17-0. I think it's a good spot for the Rams to knock them off. Give me the Rams an upset victory in Philly.
All right. On to Tampa Bay, where Baker and the Bucks, they just keep rolling. They're 6.5-point favorites over the Jets.
Yeah, as Julie just alluded to, another amazing win by Baker Mayfield. And say this, whether you consider him top-tier quarterbacks or not, he has cayens. I mean, the comebacks, he takes hits. He's not the most mobile guy. He always finds a way to get in the pocket when it's needed. Wins in the last seconds again last week. But trouble in Tampa. Huge injury concerns. 3 offensive line starters are now out. Both starting tackles. Rookie receiver Ibuka, questionable, not sure he's going to play. Jets quickly, debacle last week. Justin Fields knocked out with a concussion. Tyrod Taylor, who is a very capable, steady backup, steady hand at QB, he'll be in for the JETS. That's what you're looking at.
And I'm picking the Bucks.
Well, I'm going to same theme. I try not, especially the NFL week to week. I think those line concerns are huge for Tampa. I think it's a good spot for the Jets. Tyrod is a good person for this spot right here. Give me the JETS and the Booze Cats. Upset win over the Bucks, straight up.
On to the nation's capital, where the Commanders are without their commander-in-chief. They're minus Jaden Daniels. They're 2.5-point favorites over the Vegas Raiders.
So, as Julie alluded to, Daniels is out. They have ruled him out as of time we're airing this. Marcus Mariota, same thing as Tyrod Taylor. Experienced hands, steady hands. Not the same talent as Daniels, but he can do the job. I'll go back to a very disappointing moment. They actually played a decent game against Green Bay. Tough spot. Their D looked pretty darn good against the G-Men in week 1. And judging off the G-Men's offense week 2, they put up a lot of points. I think that's giving them credit there. I'll go to Vegas. Geno Smith, who has made a nice career, rough performance on Monday night. Factor to me, short rest. They played Monday, time change. They're now going West Coast to East. We know it's a problem for West Coast teams. I'm going to leave you with that.
Give me the Commanders cover win.
I'm with you too. I think the D does their job. They're not as good Washington without him, but I think they're getting to be more of a complete team, Washington.
On to Carolina, where the visiting Falcons are 5.5-point favorites over the Panthers. Battle of the Birds.
Battle of the Birds. So Atlanta has looked the part on. Easily could be 2-0. We just talked about Baker, last second win against the Falcons a couple weeks ago. D looks much improved. Offense hasn't looked great yet, but that's the side of the ball we have the least concern about. I think that's only a matter of time. Carolina, this feels a little too familiar. They looked good the end of last year. Bryce Young did. Not a great start once again. 0-2. One good thing, the rookie wide receiver, first pick, Ted McMillan, has looked very good so far. Him and Young seem to have a nice rapport. That's where we're at with that game.
Give me Atlanta with the cover and the win.
I'm going to go Carolina covers, backdoor Plunkett style. Atlanta gets the win. They keep moving. Carolina makes it interesting.
Staying down south in Jacksonville, where the Jaguars are 1.5-point favorites over the 0-2 Texans.
Houston, we have a problem so far. 0-2 and staring 0-3 down the barrel, which is hard to fathom with C.J. Stroud, that defense. So tough loss, final sack to Tampa. Good effort. The D looks good. I will say this. This is a problem for me though. Nick Chubb had a touchdown run about 20+ yards late in the game. Their run game has been completely non-existent prior to that. They're becoming one-dimensional. That makes Stroud a target. I'm not loving that. I do like the D. Pass rush awesome. Jacksonville, tough loss to Cincy. They look like a completely different team to me this year. A different just composure to them. Interesting spot here.
That's a tough one for me, honestly. I am actually going to go upset here, and I'm going to give the Texans their first win.
Yeah, I mean, this is such a close spread. It's not a huge. I'm trying to separate my thought of Houston going 0-3, but quite frankly, that lack of a run game, and it looks like it's going to be a real problem. I'm going to take Jacksonville here. I think they're on the upswing. Give me the Jaguars. Go to 2-1 and put the Texans in a real hole.
Traveling over to the left coast, where the red hot Chargers are 2.5-point favorites, hosting the Denver Broncos.
So the Chargers, you could make a case, most impressive 2-game slate in the league, if not the top one of. Wide receiver core, well, Justin Herbert's looked phenomenal. We know he has the talent. Wide receiver core looks completely rejuvenated. We knew McConkey would be the guy. He had a great rookie year. Keenan Allen looks refreshed back there. Quentin Johnson looks like a different player. Something I noticed in the Monday night game, the D was swarming against. Now, we talked about Geno Smith not playing well. Their corners, their secondary was in every I was so impressed with their secondary, where they played. They made life so miserable. I love what I've seen of them so far. Denver, heartbreaking loss, controversial call, could easily be 2-0. I think this AFC West is turning pretty formidable. The KC might be in trouble already. I don't want to look too much in that loss. Should be a good game.
I think the Chargers continue to charge on. Give me the Chargers cover win.
I'm with you. Don't think it's a blowout, but keep that spread under 3. I'll take it. Give me the Chargers cover and win. We're green a lot here. What's going on?
Oh, let's go ahead and stay out west here, Greg, where you're going to head to the Emerald City, where Seattle are 7.5-point favorites over the visiting Aints.
Yeah, ain't that the truth? Seattle. I don't say I'm high on them. I don't think they're a Super Bowl contender, but I think they're in for a good year. They had a very nice win at Pittsburgh last week. It's a tough place to play. The Aints are 0-2. I don't see a particular strength for them. Let's put it that way. Like, what does a team hang their hat on? Used to be D for them. It used to be Kamara, still good. I don't see it. That's where we're at.
Well, this is my survivor pick, so I am going Seattle all the way here.
Yeah, I'm going to agree again. I don't see New Orleans putting up. Whether it's the 11th man or the 12th man with them, Seattle cover and win. I'm with you.
All right, to the Windy City, where Greg's favorite Dallas Cowboys are 1.5-point favorites over the Bears.
Mikey B, you are lucky as you know what. 64-yard field goal to tie it.
We already covered that, Greg. Come on,
I know.
Come on.
So, let's look at what Dallas has done well so far. The offense looked very good again, and that's not a surprise. Dak being back, he takes a lot of flack. No pun intended here. I think Dak's pretty darn good. The D gave up a ton. I still think that's a big concern. I don't think the D is going to be very good this year, especially without Micah Parsons. The Bears struggling. 32nd ranked pass defense. They're now going to be missing their best corner, Jalen Johnson, to face CeeDee Lamb. They're in desperate straits, 0-2. I thought this would be a better year for the Bears. This is teetering on trouble right off the bat. Ben Johnson. That's what we're looking at.
And I think the bad news continues for the Bears. Give me the Cowboys cover win.
I'm not even trying to be anti-Cowboy here. I just, their defense, if the Giants put up that many,
but the Giants are Super Bowl bound.
Yeah, you're darn right there. It's about time you recognize that. Good call. Thank you, Julie. Most important thing you have to remember, still are 15-2 on the way. I'm serious here. I think the Bears, there's things I've liked. I think Caleb is still, give me the Bears here. I think it's the NFL. They're not going 0-17. Give me the Bears to beat Dallas. How about that? Upset win.
All right.
There you go, Slim.
Back out west to San Fran, where the Niners are 2.5-point favorites over Arizona.
So I'll start with Arizona. Great start.
Yeah.
Looking up, 2-0.
Kyler Murray.
Kyler's look good. The defense looks much improved. The defense, they couldn't stop a thing last year. Not the greatest competition. They beat New Orleans, the Aints, and I think, Carolina. So take that for what it's worth. San Fran. Mac Jones, your old guy in New England. He actually looked great last week. Very nice start. 2-0 for San Fran. Looks like he's going to be under center again. Purdy's out. Tough game. What do you think?
I still think they have a pretty good chance of winning. Give me the Niners cover win.
Yeah, I'm with you. I don't think it's blowout, but McCaffrey, I'm still not sold Arizona as much as I'm high on them to be a turnaround team. I think San Fran has enough in the cupboard. Give me the 49ers. Bobby and VFW, you got to win in a cover.
Okay, let's get to the Sunday night game where we have a matchup between two winless teams. One of those teams being the Chiefs. Didn't think I would be saying that, but the Kansas City Chiefs are 6.5-point favorites over the Super Bowl bound G-Men.
Wow. I mean, you have finally recognized what's what.
I read what you wrote.
Wow. Anyhow, snuck that in there. So we're talking about KC. It is shocking to see them 0-2, no doubt about it. I think the most alarming thing is I don't think this like the sky is falling. They're going 3-14. They've just not looked special, and we're not used to seeing that.
They don't have the Mahomes magic going on. It's like lackluster.
Listen, they're lacking weapons. Number one, they are, and I think
two though, Greg.
They were no doubt. Travis Kelce, not to bring the whole drama. He's not had a good first 2 weeks. He ran the wrong route, and he's the reason Xavier Worthy they're blazing.
Knocked into him and injured him.
Yes,
knocked him out.
And then he dropped what would have been a touchdown last week into the hands of a Philly defensive back which kind of turned the game. Mahomes came back in the fourth, but he actually missed himself. Thornton on a huge bomb. They haven't looked explosive. The running game I thought would be better again, hasn't. The G-men we touched on, crushing loss. The offense actually did look great last week. Neighbors and Wan'Dale Robinson, shockingly, they did look really good. The D we expect to be the better unit, and I expect them to be their calling card. They were not great last week. Big question for the G-men, Super Bowl bound, but their star left tackle, Andrew Thomas, is questionable again. They're going to need him to be Super Bowl bound. So we don't know if he's going to play.
Uh-oh. Well, I was going to give the upset win to your G-men, but I'm going to change my pace. I'm going to give them the cover, but I'm going to give KC its first win.
I'm going to agree with here. We're still going to be Super Bowl bound at 0-3, but the Thomas thing is a real concern. I have a hard time seeing the Chiefs 0-3. Yeah, sadly, still Super Bowl bound. It's going to be a comeback story for the ages. Chiefs win, G-men cover.
And finally, turning to the Monday night game. Looks like it's going to be the game of the week, Greg, where we have Baltimore 4.5-point favorites over Tony's Detroit Lions.
Yeah, so huge, start with Detroit, huge bounce back last week, put up 52 on the Bears, got 5 touchdowns, 3 to St. Brown, answered any questions. Ben Johnson, their coordinator, he was on the other side. They blasted him. Great job by them. Baltimore, brutal first loss to Buffalo. Ho-hum in the first half for Cleveland. Lamar was Lamar in the second. We expected it. It's only a matter of time. You know what you're dealing with here. 2 very good teams. You've seen them play. What do you think?
Yeah, this is... Ooh. I guess I'm going to give the win to the home team here. So I am going to go Ravens win, but Detroit covers.
We're going to go Ravens all the way here. I still think the most talented team in the league. Nothing I've seen has changed my mind about that. It's not a cut on the Lion. Very tough spot. Give me the Raven to go to 2-1 and win.
All right. Well, it's time to cut on a team. It's time for my favorite part of our pod. Greg, why don't we go ahead and reveal this week's winner of the paper bag? And I know it's not going to be the G-men. I mean, despite their loss, they put on one heck of a show. And, you know, I will give props to the Super Bowl bound G-men.
Thank you. A lot of respect given. I respect that. Mayor Fowle will be very proud of you right now.
But a team not worthy of respect, Greg.
Well, so this is good. So I'm about to look my best, as the public knows, but this is funny. So because these two teams, we try to recycle and be environmental friendly, right? So the G-men on this side, they have 1,000. I've written a million times. But when I found the Bears, they went to 0-2 last year and counting, same point last year. So guess what, Mr. Slim? And the Bears, they does stink.
Yeah, you're right. This is the best you ever look.
I mean, Julie, was this when we got married? Was this like you saw this future and said, wow, this guy looks pretty good, doesn't he? Thank you for public realizing how good I look in this bag. I think I'm going to wear it all weekend. But again, 52 points, expecting a turnaround. They got blasted by their rivals. Terrible Monday night loss. Slim, I'm sorry. You might have to go with Walt and Charlie at Bradford's to watch this. Bears, you are the winners of the paper bag. And that's 2 weeks in a row that it's not the G-men. How about that?
There you go.
Super Bowl bound.
Well, that is a win for Greg. And Greg, before we go ahead and close out, do you have any final thoughts? Want to share what we're doing for the weekend, how we're spending our Sunday?
Football. I mean, was there anything else? What else is there?
I guess we're watching football.
I mean, yeah. I mean, what? No, out of serious though, we'll gonna be up at some ball games. Probably do something in the morning, but in the afternoon, if we're not traveling, which we're not, we usually hang out, have a slow fat kid day, eat some food, watch some football, and anything else.
Nope, that sounds like a perfect day to me. So thanks so much for tuning in, and we will catch you next week.
As Julie said, thanks again, everyone. Always enjoy. Happy football, everyone.